ExB Labs develops core technologies in the areas of NLP and machine deep learning. The Cognitive Workbench uses the latest NLP techniques, incorporating the best-fitting machine learning paradigms to holistically process incoming communication. Today they will showcase an example of the power of the Cognitive Workbench handling a specific case of client communication within an everyday claim example. Next on stage, ExB.
This is Ramin Assadollahi, CEO of ExB Labs, and this is Georg Schepers. We invented the next work prediction and sold this technology in 72 languages to Nokia, shipping in 100 million phones. We are a linguistic company. We are focused on understanding language in written and in spoken form. What we do in documents, speaking thereof in the insurance industry, we have 750 million documents exchanged in Germany alone. The cost from the post inbox to the clerk is about 23 euros. You have 90% manual return rates to actually get the document to the clerk. You have 5 to 30 days to actually work on that document. So there is a huge potential, even just in Germany, to substantially reduce the costs involved, tripling the extraction quality, reducing the time and the cost by up to 40%. What we do is we have a cognitive workbench. This is our product that we provide. It's across industries, it's modular, it's trainable, and it's running on premise. What we essentially do is we turn unstructured data into structured data. So it's not the whole workflow. We are specializing on high quality extractions. Our main cases are reducing the complexity in straight-through processing. We also work on expert reports. So you have 30 pages of expert reports. You need to extract the relevant information from that and turn that into a structured format. And the final thing that we do is we provide in-depth analytics so that you can run through millions of invoices and really understand what is the price of which item. It's not just the sum. Okay, so let's look into the software and look at what the Cognitive Workbench is. As I told you, it's a modular design, so we have different groups and scenarios. You can basically design what the workflow is, what kind of information should be understood. You have multiple users and groups of users that actually work on these. People can train the system, define what is extracted and so on. And I would suggest that we go into the invoices here, which is one of the scenarios. What you see is we have a 3-step process, which is you have the data source to train the system on. You have the models that can be provided by us. We can train models for you. You can train them by yourselves with your experts. And then you bring these two together into an extraction thinker. Let's dive into the extraction thinker. We have prepared that here because we were not sure about the internet connection. We have many pre-made models so that you can choose what exactly the system should understand of what kind of document type. We have prepared about 30 models in different variations to understand documents so that basically you, for your unit and your use case, can configure what you actually want to extract. Let's go into the invoice document. So this is where the system is actually understanding a document. So you see conventional solutions usually understand what an invoice is, but we really understand what is the relation between an article item, the article description, the single price, and the sum of the price. We can produce an XML file or a JSON file through a Docker. So you are deploying a Docker in the system so that this kind of structure that is provided visually is actually really reflected in the XML structured data. On the left-hand side, you see the different types that you configured. Let's go to the expert reports, maybe. The expert reports, we also understand not only the visual layout, but really the text within these documents, so that we not only understand that here is a person and there is also a person, but we understand the roles of these people in these documents. So one is the patient, the other one is the examiner. We also see what the specialized area of the examiner is here in a medical thing. We understand that there is different dates, but we understand also what is the role of the date. So it's a birth date, it's the date of the examination, and it's also the date of the letter itself. Through the linguistic processing, we also understand what the diagnosis is. So we can extract from that sentence actually what is the core that the medical specialist was understanding about this patient. This can tremendously speed up if you have larger reports. We can do these kind of analytics on different types of matters, subject matters, that's not only constrained to medical. And so from our perspective, this is a tool that really can produce models to understand different use cases. You are in charge. You can use your experts to actually configure the software and apply it directly to your use cases. The trick here is that we have a push of a button where we can basically create a Docker file. So you have your on-premise cloud solution running already. When you trained the model on exactly your use case, you can export a Docker file that's versioned, that is running through millions of documents, so that you can do high-performance analytics or extractions and so on through your conventional cloud infrastructure. From that perspective, we think this is a really compelling solution that is going exactly deeply into the solution of understanding documents in a modular, trainable way on-premise. We have extensive, because Roger Paravelli was talking about this, extensive connections also to other industries. Customers of ours are Audi, BMW, and Bosch, as well as the Charité in Berlin, Springer Medizin, and so on. So we have adjacent industries that we're working with. We understand a car better than you as a car insurer actually need, because we understand the car parts for the car manufacturers, as well as we understand medical information on these industry partners that we're working with. So this cross-industry AI platform, we hope that can actually work for you. Please visit us at the booth. We are already working with about 50% of the top 20 car insurers in Germany, as well as a third of the private insurance, health insurers in Germany. Our next step will also be to extend our focus in the European market, looking for more languages. We have in preparation about 40 languages that we can work on. Most probably it's going to be Polish and Italian, but feel free to contact us in what language to invest next. Thanks very much.